Coming out the womb, we had to come up against this cat.
One West or nothing else.
And your spirit cannot jive with their spirit. The problem is you are the chosen of the Lord.
Yo, I know that we're ready, cause these sins are too heavy. Praise Yahweh, my God and my King. Blessings on me like confetti. We're the chosen ones. Why the fuck we the minority? Constructed your buildings and building your cities, your stolen identity. But it's part of the prophecy. Go ahead, read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, 68th verse. Slavery, the system it is not for us. Praise Yahweh the boss. Terrible war unto them, yeah. Salvation a must. Abraham was an Israelite, Isaac an Israelite, Jacob. No matter what them say, Jeremiah an Israelite. Christ was an Israelite. We are the Israelites today. Obadiah an Israelite. Moses real Israelite. Joshua. No matter what them say, me say Mordecai an Israelite king.
We're the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian. If you need answers on how to survive through these mass shootings, through this monkeypox, through the LGBTQ, through the transgender, through being murdered in the street by the police, the only answers is right here in this book, not your Christian church. Your Christian church is full of lies. That's right. That video just came out where that white preacher in that Christian church had molested that white woman for 26 years, man. 26 years that woman had been molested. And this man talking about he getting ready to retire. And she crashed his speech and said that she had been molested by this man for 26 years. She'd been molested by him since she was 10 years old, 14 years old, 16. It was told to say nothing. This is what your Christian church produces. Your Christian church produces homosexuality, pedophilia, racism, lies. That's what your Christian church produces. If you don't believe me, tell me if you have homosexual churches right now. Well, everybody in the church is a homosexual. They exist. If you have your congregation right now and you have a choir, is it homosexuals and transgenders in there right now? Now the question is, if in Leviticus it says if a man lay with another man, it is an abomination to the Lord. Amen. If it says that in the Bible, then why does the Christian church still allow it, man? Why does the Christian church still allow pedophilia in there, man? Why does your Catholic Pope allow thousands of priests to molest children? If what I'm saying is a lie, come tell me. Come tell me that I'm saying that what we're saying is a lie. And tell us the truth of what's going on in Christianity today. Why is there 44 cases in your Southern Baptist Convention right now? Why? Because of critical race theory, you have lost members in your Southern Baptist Convention. Well, you got 14 million members in there. Thousands of different churches in that Southern Baptist Convention. And where did the Southern Baptist Convention come from? It came from racism. It came from the KKK. It came from the South. Amen. During the Civil War, the North and the South were split. You had a North Convention and you had a Southern Convention. The Southern Convention didn't want to join the North. You know why? Because they didn't want to give up them slaves, man. Goddamn right. That's why. Now you telling me this land isn't wicked? You telling me there's nothing wrong with America? America is where you get where your dreams come true? No, America is a nightmare. If you're a black man, Hispanic man, a Native Indian, America is a nightmare for you. Where you can die in the street just for driving while black, man. Now see, here's where things turn though. See, now all of you are scared, including the white man and the white woman. You know why? Because you don't know if your children about to be gunned down in these schools. Right. That's by your own doing that. Now, just recently in Texas, we had a brother gunned down all these children. Why I say he a brother? Because he's an Hispanic brother. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we need the truth right now. We need the truth of the Bible, not Christianity. You know what Christianity does? It okays the LGBTQ. It okays transgenders. You know what that shooter was in Texas? He was part of that. He has pictures of him dressing in a dress. It has pictures of him trying to look like a woman. You know why? Because America taught him that. Your Christian church taught him that. Your Christian church don't speak against it. So then they teaching it. And homosexuality is a mental disease. You are not born a homosexual. And because that, give me Isaiah 3:9. And because of that mental disease, and that man did not get any help, that 18-year-old took an AR-15. He crashed his car, went up into a school, and killed 19 people. 17 of them, little boys and girls, man, our sisters and brothers. And then here's the crazy part. The local police department didn't even do a damn thing for 45 minutes. They stood outside of that. Everybody in Texas has the highest rates of mass shootings. Everyone in Texas that is part of the police department, you are technically trained for mass shootings. You don't have to wait on anybody. You don't have to wait on a certain leader to deal with the situation. But what that local police department did, they waited for those Hispanic little bitty boys and girls to get murdered. And their mothers and fathers had to sit there and hear them get murdered. All because that police department was cowards, man. They saved their own, but they don't give a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's the truth. That's the truth of America. That's what America is all about. That's what founded America. Murder, rape, lies. Then they live off of the money that they got from us, off of our hard labor, off of the backs and sweat and blood from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Then they want to shake your hand like everything is all right. But then they'll hold you back from saving your child when they being murdered. And even the one that's the killer has been trained by America. Now you telling me this isn't an evil place? The whole earth is wicked because it's been given to the hands of the wicked. And that's in the scriptures too, and we'll look at that. But I'm gonna show you a scripture that tells you about the type of person that shooter was that committed those murders to those little children and those two teachers. Let's read.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 9. The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sins as Sodom.
They declare what?
Their sins as Sodom.
They declare what?
Their sins as Sodom.
If you know anything about Sodom and Gomorrah, it was a city of homosexuality, man. Why you think the Lord burnt it down to this day? Sodom and Gomorrah does not exist to this day. It's in ruin because it was a city of homosexuality. And that little boy, that 18-year-old that killed them children, he was a victim of spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah right here in America.
Amen.
America is spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah. Spiritually Egypt. Look at their monuments. They look up to Egypt, the power, the glory of it. They look up to homosexuality. They accept it in America. They legalize marriages. And then you legalize the monsters that you create. What's that man name that used to have that show on Channel 8? What's his name? Mr. Rogers? Mr. Rogers even went in front of the government back in the 80s and said that the show that he's doing on the public access channels is what children need to watch. This was back in the 80s. He said the shows that you're showing now with all the guns and the westerns and the violent war movies are going to turn our children violent. Mr. Rogers said this in the 80s. It's 2022. What are the children doing? They got games to show them how to kill. You got books to show them how to kill. Movies, TV shows. So then, just like that killer in Buffalo, he went live stream and had 19 people watching him like it was the Call of Duty video game as he murdered those 10 brothers and sisters up there. So now your government is like, we've got to do something. What are we going to do? It ain't nothing to do. You created it. You would have to literally change the whole society or how everything is ran. But let's keep talking about what the scriptures say about this murder. Keep reading.
They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Look at that. Woe unto their souls. In the scriptures, woe means destruction. Woe means destruction, and that's destruction. Read that again, brother, that last part.
They hide it not. Woe unto their souls.
Right there. They hide it not. He didn't hide the fact that he was a homosexual, that he liked dressing in dresses. He didn't hide that. He showed it on social media. And what was that problem? That problem was a mental illness. Homosexuality is a mental illness. You are not born gay. That's like saying you're born a dog and you walk around on your knees and hands like a dog. You're not born a dog. You're taught how to walk on your knees like a dog. You're not born to be gay. You are taught how to be gay. It is a mental disease. And with that mental disease, it corrupted him, turned him into a killer. He grabs an AR-15, and the issues that he's struggling with in his brain, he goes out and kills children, man. Can you imagine that? 9, 8, 7-year-old bodies that are on the ground. Give him a hand. Because he knows we're telling the truth up here. Now, that you understand that part, that they hide it not. Read.
Woe unto their souls, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Woe unto their souls. He can't get away with that. When you do murder, you can't kill yourself and think everything is over. It don't go like that. When you die, your soul goes to the Most High. You judge and you come right back down here. And you're going to be in a worse situation than you was before. See, a lot of killers, mass shooters, they want to turn that gun on themselves because they don't want to deal with the aftermath of what they done. They know it's wrong. They don't want to deal with the fact that you just murdered children. But let me show you the white supremacy even in that. The racism even in killers. There was a killer in Buffalo. He murdered everybody on live stream, planned it out weeks ahead, went 200 miles away to kill them. Then he turned the gun on himself. Did the police even try to kill him? No. They talked him from killing himself. Did they try to kill him after that? No. They escorted him to the car. No bruises, no bumps. Now what happened to the Hispanic killer in Texas? They made sure they laid him down. They made sure he died that day. That's the racism in America, man. Even with a killer, you still don't get no kind of respect. None. Of course, you don't get no respect because you're a killer. But even being at the fact that a white killer and a Hispanic killer should be treated the same, there's still no kind of judgment for them to be treated the same. The Hispanic man still gonna be treated like he trash, man. That's the facts. Give me Job 9:24. Let's see why this place, what we call the earth, is even like this. It's like this because black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian, we're not going by the laws of the Bible. Like today is Memorial Day, right? You shouldn't even give a damn about Memorial Day. I'm gonna tell you why, black man. Because when we was in the army, you know what happened to us after we served our term and came over here? Look at this sign. You see this lynching sign where we've been lynched? Our brothers and sisters been lynched. Most lynchings that you see, look at what kind of clothes those brothers have on. They have on their army uniforms. They were being lynched in their army uniforms. It don't matter, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian. If you give your life for this country, if you fight for this country, at the end of the day, they still see you like you a nigga, a spick, or a wetback, or a savage. That's the truth. We got the proof right here. They even killing our babies on this sign right here. We don't have to lie about anything. All we gotta do is reveal the truth. That's why y'all don't like critical race theory. Because critical race theory will force you to show the true face of white supremacy in America. Bottom line. That's why the Southern Baptist Convention, that's why you fight so hard against it. That's why all these teachers and the teaching system, the government system don't want critical race theory in the schools. Because now, black men, right now you being taught that your history starts from slavery. See, with critical race theory, it'll be forced to teach you why that's even there. The fact of why you don't have the things that everybody else has. What kind of history does white supremacy have, and how did it affect you and your family? That's why they don't want critical race theory in the schools. That's why the Southern Baptist Convention don't want critical race theory anywhere in their system. But then they don't want to answer the questions of all the sexual abuse in their Southern Baptist Convention. It's 44 cases in the system right now. The Southern Baptist Convention is almost a synagogue of Satan. The reason why I say almost, because it's not a building. It's a belief system. And then when they get caught, what they say is, what these other churches are doing has nothing to do with us. That's what your Southern Baptist Convention does. It doesn't even recognize the fact that it's committing sexual abuse to children and women. And it wouldn't surprise me if some men are being raped in there. But for facts, what you can look up yourself is 44 cases are being in the judicial system right now.
Yeah.
Coming out the womb, we had to come up against this cat.
One West or nothing else.
And your spirit cannot jive with their spirit. The problem is you are the chosen of the Lord.
Yo, I know that we're ready, cause the sins are too heavy. Praise Yahweh, my God and my King. Blessings on me like confetti. We're the chosen ones. Why the fuck we the minority? Constructed your buildings and building your cities, your stolen identity. But it's part of the prophecy. Go ahead, read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, 68th verse. Slavery, the system it is not for us. Praise Yahweh the boss. Terrible war unto them, yeah. Salvation a must. Abraham was an Israelite, Isaac an Israelite, Jacob. No matter what them say, Jeremiah an Israelite. Christ was an Israelite.